好，各位同学晚安。利用晚上时段早一点，我们先来把进度赶一赶。The Catcher in the Rye 第8章要开始了哦。我们之前解签已经解到68页，剩一点点哦，所以进度有点不够，那个量不够，所以我朗读，待会花几分钟时间把第8章开始。哦，我们进度蛮快的，看看能不能一次讲个3页到4页这样子，69、70、71哦72。甚至到73哦，原则上以72为主，1、2、3、4页差不多是我们一般哦，恰到好处的篇幅。那我就直接开始了哦，因为是朗读，所以我不讲内容。那念的如果有突锤的地方，我们等到正音的部分再来做修正，这样子。好，我就直接开始，版面调一调，我就直接开始。哦，第8章，好，我就直接从 It was 这边开始。It was too late to call up for a cab or anything, so I walked the whole way to the station. It wasn't too far, but it was cold as hell, and the snow made it hard for walking, and my glass stones kept banging hell out of my legs. I sort of enjoyed the air and all, though. The only trouble was, the cold made my nose hurt, and right under my upper lip, where old straw lady laid one on me. He smacked my lip right on my teeth, and it was pretty sore. My ears were nice and warm, though. That hat I bought had ear laps in it, and I put them on. I didn't give a damn how I looked. Nobody was around anyway. Everybody was in the sack. I was quite lucky when I got to the station because I only had to wait about 10 minutes for a train. While I waited, I got some snow in my hand and I washed my face with it. I still had quite a bit of blood on. Usually I like riding on trains, especially at night, with the lights on and the windows so black, and one of those guys coming up the aisles selling coffee and sandwiches and magazines. I usually buy a ham sandwich and about 4 magazines. If I on the train at night, I can usually even read one of those dumb stories in a magazine without puking. You know, one of those stories with a lot of phony, lame-jawed guys named David in it, and a lot of phony girls named Linda or Masha that are always lighting all the damn David's pipes for them. I can even read one of those lousy stories on a train at night, usually. But this time it was different. It just didn't feel like it. It just sort of sat and not did anything. All I did was take out my hunting hat and put it in my pocket. All of a sudden, this lady got on that train and sat down next to me. Practically the whole car was empty because it was pretty late and all. But she sat down next to me instead of an empty seat because she had this big bag with her and I was sitting in the front seat. She stuck the bag right out in the middle of the aisle where the conductor and everybody could trip over it. She had these orchids on, like she'd just been to a big party or something. She was around 40 or 45, I guess, but she was very good looking. Women kill me. They really do. I don't mean I'm oversexed or anything like that. Although I'm quite sexy. I just like them, I mean. They're always leaving their goddamn bags out in the middle of the aisle. Anyway, we were sitting there, and all of a sudden she said to me, "Excuse me, but isn't that a Pansy Prep sticker?" She was looking up at my suitcases up on the rack. "Yes, it is," I said. She was right. I did have a goddamn Pansy sticker on one of my glass stones. Very corny, I'll admit. "Oh, do you go to Pansy?" she said. She had a nice voice. A nice telephone voice, mostly. She should have carried a goddamn telephone around with her. "Yes, I do," I said. "Oh, how lovely. Perhaps you know my son, then, Ernest Morrow? He goes to Pansy." "Yes, I do. He's in my class." His son was doubtless the biggest bastard that ever went to Pansy in the whole crummy history of the school. He was always going down the corridor after he'd had a shower snapping his soggy old wet towel at people's asses. That's exactly the kind of a guy he was. Oh, how nice, the lady said, but not corny. She was just nice and all. I must tell Ernest we met, she said. May I ask your name, dear? Rudolf Schmitz. I told her I didn't feel like giving her my whole life history. Rudolf Schmitz was the name of the janitor of our dorm. Do you like Pansy? She asked me. Pansy? It's not too bad. It's not paradise or anything, but it's as good as most schools. Some of the faculties are pretty conscientious. Ernest just adores it. I know he does, I said. Then I started shooting the old crap around a little bit. He adapts himself very well to things. He really does, I mean. He really knows how to adapt himself. Do you think so? She asked me. She sounded interested as hell. Ernest? Sure, I said. Then I watched her take off her gloves. Boy, was she lousy with rocks. I just broke a nail getting out of a cab, she said. She looked up at me and sort of smiled. She had a terrifically nice smile. She really did. Most people have hardly any smile at all, or a lousy one. Ernest's father and I sometimes worry about him, she said. We sometimes feel he's not a terribly good mixer. How do you mean? Well, he's a very sensitive boy. He's really never been a terribly good mixer with other boys. Perhaps he takes things a little more seriously than he should at his age. Sensitive? That killed me. That guy Morrow was about as sensitive as a goddamn toilet seat. I gave her a good look. She didn't look like any dope to me. She looked like she might have a pretty damn good idea what a bastard she was the mother of. But you can't always tell with somebody's mother. I mean, mothers are all slightly insane. The thing is, though, I like old Morrow's mother. She was all right. Would you care for a cigarette? I asked her. She looked all around. I don't believe this is a smoker, Rudolph, she said. Rudolph, that killed me. That's all right. We can smoke till they started screaming at us, I said. She took a cigarette off me, and I gave her a light. She looked nice smoking. She inhaled and all, but she didn't wolf the smoke down the way most women around her age do. 好，我们就到第72页，这个剧情看起来蛮好玩的，哈哈哈。所以 Holden 跟谁都能扯，哈哈哈，看着蛮好玩的。不过我们可以想，1950年代纽约的地铁的这个系统，这个 subway 的 system，其实蛮不错的。你看那个火车这么晚了，那么冷的天都还有在开。那夜车车子上面还有人在卖东西，卖杂志啊，卖哦，你肚子饿可以买三明治，有热的咖啡，哦，有这些，其实我们基本看来到是现在台铁可能要到高铁或是台铁比较高等级的自强号左右才会有的。我印象中是这样，很少坐火车。美国在1950年代，一个高中生那么晚了很安全坐地铁，我觉得我们从故事里面看来，我是觉得蛮进步的，蛮先进的了。现在怎么样我不知道了。好，8分钟大概也满足了一般我们朗读的那个分量饱足感应该蛮重的。那我们就先念到这个地方，稍晚我再来做那个解签跟正音那个部分，我们下一个单元再来做。好，感谢同学，晚安。